everybody. So I've been the worst when it comes to content creation. I have made content, but none of you have seen it because I've either trashed it or I haven't edited it, or I have edited it, but I haven't posted it. And that's been my life lately. I've been having a rough time with everything. I can't remember if I've mentioned it in any videos that I haven't trashed, but we're having issues with health on all of our parts, like the whole family. I'm having issues with my mental just space right now. I'm having issues with my energy. I'm having issues with just feeling really down. So it's been really hard to get things done, and to just go back to the way I would like it to be. So I'm working towards that. Today is a weigh-in video. I am doing it in the car just because I haven't had time and I'm taking my son to a doctor's appointment. So I figured, what better time than now? If you hear any dings, it's the GPS yelling at me, telling me where to go. I don't know. I don't know where to start. My mom left to go back to Greece. Fine, whatever. Like, that's not a big deal. After that, though, it seems like everything has just been hitting us, just like back to back to back to back. Not long after my mom left, I was sick. The kids were sick. Fine. Then I started to clean a little bit, but I haven't really had the energy or the time. It's really hard to get things done when my daughter is being more clingy than usual. And I have this guilt with like putting her in her crib and just leaving her there to clean. Like, I can't do it. So it's usually just us cuddling. So I've been really depressed about the fact that I haven't been able to get anything done. And then I will record videos, and I have some edited and ready to post. I just haven't been able to go upstairs, get the computer on, and like post it. And that's just on me, honestly, because I could do it late at night. But by the time my husband gets home from work, it's like dinner, bath, wrangling the kids up for bed, and then I'm exhausted. And usually it wasn't a problem, but I've just been like extra exhausted lately. So it's been rough. It's been really rough. So I'll kind of like dedicate this video into parts. I'll talk about what's going on with my kids, me, what I've done with the house. I did a little vlog of me doing things around the house. Not sure if that's going to get posted, to be honest. So like, we'll talk about that. I'll talk about, where this is going from here. And I will also give you my weight loss update, because that is why I'm recording today, to get my weight loss update out. So, house-wise, I've been needing to clean the house. The house isn't a disaster, just a lot of clutter everywhere, and just, I need to clean. We're getting into spring too. I'm losing weight. I need to get rid of clothes. I need to, get rid of the kids' clothes because they're aging, like sizing out of their clothes soon. So I have to kind of go through all that, and it's just a lot. All the toys are everywhere. I clean them. I put them away. They're right back where I left them before I clean them. Like, I feel like a bomb goes off in my house when the kids start playing. So there's that. So far, yesterday, I had some energy. I cleaned my kitchen. I cleaned my dining room. My living room is mostly clean. It's just now the toys are everywhere. And there are things that I need to bring to the car that are in the living room, because our living room and like front door, it's like the same room. So anything that needs to go outside, I have in the living room. So all that has to go. But other than that, the living room is cleaned. So that's 3 rooms in the house done. I'm getting there. I'm hoping to have this house done by the end of this month. I'm hoping to have it done by next week, but with my health, with the kids, I don't know. Maybe I'm being optimistic, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's my house situation. I've only read 2 books since The Caged Girl, and The Caged Girl I've recorded and edited, I just haven't posted. That book took me out so much that I just needed a break from reading, and I've been very slow to get back into it. The 2 books I've read since then have been amazing, but I just, it's taken me out. And I also haven't had the energy to just open up the book and read. So, which is not like me. Again, it's just my energy levels are very low. And I'm also having this guilt, like, I'm not cleaning, why should I be reading? I haven't posted a video, why should I be reading? Now, yes, my reading is for my content too, but it also feels like it's like for pleasure. So I'm having like that guilt. So I haven't really been reading. I'm trying to get back into it. I have a book that I have out. My mom is also reading a book in Greece, and I have that book. So I'm thinking that I will read, like I'll match whatever she reads during the day, and I'll read that too. And then I'll read my other books. So I can kind of enjoy something that, like, yes, I think it is in my book bowl and I will talk about it eventually. But like, I like talking to my mom about books she read. So I think that's going to be something cute to do. That is a spider web inside my car. I just killed a spider in here yesterday. Maybe it's that one's web. I hate bugs. Anyway. So that's where my reading has been. My content, I've recorded. I have so many plans, but also more things that I'm trying to, like, I'm in this like limbo where I have these ideas and I want to do them. I just have to figure out when and how I'm going to do them because I want to space it out. And then there's other ideas that I have that I haven't been able to, like, it's in my head, but I haven't been able to like formulate it it's like it's right out of my grasp, and it's there and I know I want to do it, but I can't grasp it to like make it into my own type of content. So I have to kind of sit down, take some time, and really just sit down and write out my ideas. I've been wanting to do my glow up. I haven't done that as a series in a while, mostly because I wasn't doing it consistently. And I think that I want to do it consistently before, and then I can post like a video. I don't know. I have to sit down and kind of plan out what I want to do. But I also haven't really been taking care of my skincare, hair care, nail care, all of that either. So that is depressing me that I haven't done any of that. I think the only thing that's not depressing me is my weight loss journey. Like, that's the only thing that's like good. It's great. Oh, I could have brought the clothes I need to donate. Oh, tomorrow. So I've been wanting to do like content while I'm driving around. I got a thing to mount my phone because right now it's not in like my ideal positioning. There's a place I know if you're looking for a show. Anyway, so that's been kind of what's going on with my content. I really I want to make this nice. I want to make this like feel like me. And there's also some content that I need to have the house clean so I can do it, because like I need to set up my office space a little better so that I can kind of have a camera down at my table while I'm making things, doing things, prepping things, that kind of thing. And then we have like the health issues. I have been really bad with taking my vitamins. Like the chewy ones are disgusting, so I stopped taking them. So obviously all of my vitamin levels are probably low. I did blood work last week. I'll get the results any day now. I'm not proud of it. It's just what it is. The only vitamin I've been taking consistently is my vitamin D, and that's because it's a prescription and it's an actual gel pill. So there's no taste. So I have no energy. Like I'm just weak. I'm exhausted. On top of just like my health issues already make me weak and exhausted. I started my physical therapy and it's going well, but it exhausts me. Like I get very sore. It's very hard for me to just kind of like function after that. So my health is kind of in the shitter. I have to get an MRI done for my uterus because we don't know if my IUD is working. I have to see my spine doctor. I made other appointments and I don't remember what they were. But now, so my son, a little over 2 weeks ago, started getting a rash, like a really bad rash, all over his body. And I honestly thought it was just an allergic reaction, and I still think it might be. But it's also like, why is it lasting 2 weeks? I ended up, we were giving him Benadryl, Zyrtec, like the doctor said. And then the next day we went to do a play date at my friend's house because I told her about the hives. I explained, like, the doctor says it's most likely just allergies. He has no other symptoms. It's literally, I showed her a picture of it. And she said, no, it's fine. I'm sure he's fine. Come over. So he came over. And he was fine. His hives actually got a lot better at her house. So I was like, maybe it's something in my house that he's, like, developed an allergy to. That's the only thing I could think of. When we left her house, though, he started complaining that his feet hurt. His feet were swollen. Like, in his shoes, they were just swollen. I had to take off his shoes and socks immediately. We're sitting at home. His hives get worse. He starts to have, like, struggle breathing. So I'm giving him he has an inhaler for when he's sick. I'm giving his an inhaler. I'm giving him Tylenol. I'm giving him Benadryl. Like, whatever I could think of, I'm like, throughout the day, I'm giving it to him to try to get him better. And it's working kind of, but not effectively. Not that well. So I take him to the doctor the next day, and he had spiked like a low-grade fever. I think he was like 100.2, something like that. He spiked. So I took him to the doctor. The doctor said it's a virus, but didn't test him. Just said it's a virus, and his body is just reacting because he's so inflamed that's why he's having the breathing difficulties. That's why he's breaking out in the hives. And the hives were weird because originally they looked like just giant hives type of thing. And then they started looking like circles. And then it started to look like sometimes if he like touches his face, he gets hives. Even if it's just like a touch, like he'll get hives in the shape of his face. Or like, I don't know if any of you have ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know Zuko's scar? Like he's had that look before where it looks like his skin is just scarred. It's the weirdest skin rash I've ever seen. So the doctor's like, it's a virus. You're going to take like prednisone, steroids to help the inflammation. And within a few days, it should be gone. We did the prednisone. It's not gone. He still has it over 2 weeks later. And then I was starting to think that maybe it wasn't a virus. Nothing really gave sick vibes. And if he was sick, like my friend's kids, knock on wood, thank God they didn't get sick, but they would have gotten sick. We would have gotten sick. Nobody got sick. Nobody we came in contact got sick. So I was like, maybe it wasn't a sickness. Maybe the doctor made a mistake. Fine, that happens. I'm not really upset with that. I'm more upset with how come the steroids didn't get the hives away? How come the Benadryl, the Zyrtec, none of it is getting the hives away? Something should have worked by now. Nothing's worked. So that's been a stress. So we're taking him today to get checked for asthma because ever since he was a year old, every time he gets sick or if he's overly sweaty or like running, he starts to wheeze. So we are taking him to get tested. Then tomorrow we're going to see an allergist to check if the hives are allergy related. But now, last week he started complaining that his leg was hurting. And I didn't think anything of it because like kids get hurt all the time. And he was saying, ow, my leg hurts. But then like didn't mention it again. And he was moving around, running around, not having an issue. The next day he says the same thing, but again, not showing any issues. And I'm like moving his leg, bending it, pressing on it, trying to see if anything hurts, nothing. Then he started crying the next day about the pain. But again, he was still playing and acting like a normal kid. So we started to like really just stare at him like and watch because we thought maybe he was just like either making up something or maybe he just fell at school that week and maybe it was just like bothering him. So we thought maybe it's just strained or maybe he's just bruised, but like it's just not showing on his skin type of thing, like an internal, like a muscle like strain. I can't English today. So we thought that. Then we started seeing him limping, but he was only limping if he was like sitting down or he had just woken up from sleep and then he started moving, like he would limp. So then I started to wonder, did he sprain something? So I was like, I'd rather take him to the doctor just to be sure, because if it's sprained, like I don't want him to keep running and like it gets worse, like maybe like we could just like wrap it or something. I don't know. And then he started saying like something bit him. He said it twice, but I had just smushed a bug, and every time I smush a bug, he's like, it tried to bite me. So, you know, toddlers say things, you don't always think anything of it. So I wasn't thinking anything of it until yesterday. And I took him to the doctor, and the doctor was like playing around with his leg and like checking his range of motion and whatnot. The doctor's like, his range of motion's great. Like you can see, like he's really not complaining when I move it. And I said, no, it's really only like when he's like sitting and like you could see him start to limp. And he was like, I'm going to have you go get like a blood test for Lyme disease. So now I'm wondering, did he actually get bit by a bug when he was saying he was bit by a spider? And was it a tick? But like, where's the tick? Is the hives now, was that like from the tick? Could that have been part of the Lyme disease? And the doctor's like, no, like those hives were different. And I'm like, I don't know, because his hives have been taking different forms for the last few weeks. Like it's not the same thing. I'm really nervous. We went to do blood work. My boy is just like me because when I was his age, I did not care about getting blood work. Like I used to watch as they would draw blood. So he's just like me with that because he was a little trooper. I was very proud of him for that. And I was I was happy that he wasn't suffering from something else, like from pain or fear or something. He was good. But now I'm just waiting for the results because now my concern is if he has Lyme disease. What's the next steps? Like, what do I do from there? Because I know my husband had gotten bit by a tick once, and he had a bullseye look on his leg. And he didn't have Lyme disease. They tested him, but they had already given him antibiotics just in case because of how bad it looked. And he was on antibiotics for 2 weeks. So now I'm just like freaking out. Anyway, so that's like my stress there. The last month and a half, we've been at the doctors more times than I can count because like one of them is always sick or suffering to some degree. Okay, we are early to the appointment, so I'm not gonna go in just yet. But yeah, so it's been rough. It's been really rough. I need a break. I need my son not to have Lyme disease because while I know it can be cured, is there any lasting effects? That's where like I don't have the answers to those questions. So yeah, that's been like basically what's going on. I want to get back on track. I want to get the house clean, get back into reading, get back into my content. I do think, admittedly, like I was kind of overworking myself with the content, at least with the book reviews, just because I was constantly like, I need to read, and like I would try to force out as many pages as possible, and I wasn't sleeping necessarily as well on the days that I was genuinely stressed about getting the books done, because I was trying to get two book reviews a week done. So I think I'm going to go back to one book review a week. And stick with that, and that's just what it'll be. And occasionally, maybe there'll be something else. I don't know. I have so many other ideas that I just have to kind of put on pen and paper and like figure it out. But I would like to get back into it. I miss it. I'm more behind on my TikTok and Instagram than I am on my YouTube channel. Now I want to start like my YouTubing. I want to do YouTube Shorts. I want to do TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So fingers crossed that it just kind of works out. But I want to try to like pace myself in a way that like, yes, I'm getting content done, but I'm not trying to overwork myself, at least with the reading aspect. I want to enjoy the reading. And while I can definitely get 2 books a week done, I think maybe I should still try and do 1 book review a week. We'll see. That's kind of part of the thing I need to figure out as well. As far as my weight loss goes, let's do that. I did take the measurements for my weight loss because it is like it's like the beginning of the month. Well, I guess it's not the beginning right now, but it is the beginning of the month. My goal last month was to lose 10 pounds. So I was 235, 236 last month. I don't even remember one of those numbers. I am 222.6. So I lost more than 10 pounds. I'm very happy. I have not started working out. I keep saying I will, and I don't. Again, with everything going on, I just haven't. I did get some stuff that I needed to do my exercises that I do at physical therapy at home. So I will do all that. I set up my little station where all my weights are. And I even have like one of those like elliptical things that while you're sitting down. So like if I'm editing my videos or if I'm reading, like I can still move on top of everything else I want to do. So there's that. My measurements I will post here. I did either stay the same or lose inches, and I'm really happy about that. So that's good. And I will show like my full body as well. I don't know, I feel good. I was at church for Palm Sunday and everybody was complimenting my weight loss, like it's noticeable. And that I think also added to like me realizing that I'm actually succeeding and getting it done because other people are noticing it. But yeah, I was really bad with my protein, like really, really bad. And I'm starting to lose my hair. I have very thick hair still, but I had really, really thick hair before having kids. I lost hair when postpartum with my son. I lost hair postpartum with my daughter, but I still had thick hair and it grew back. And now I'm losing it again. And they said it's very similar to the whole postpartum thing, but I'm not trying to wait anymore. And I wasn't having enough protein, which kind of contributes to the hair loss. So I got, thanks to my brother telling me, I got the bottle doesn't open normally, but I got the Fairlife Core Power Elite and it has 42 grams of protein. The reason I like this is because it's not thick like other protein shakes are. It's more like chocolate milky. It's very like smooth and like light. The other protein shakes always made me sick. It was too thick. I was coating. I felt really gross. Then I also got Protein 2.0, which is a protein water that kind of tastes like a Gatorade-esque thing, but you can like taste the protein, just not that strong. And I like those, but those only have 15 grams of protein. So if I combine this with 15 grams, I am at almost my goal for the day because I have to have 60 grams of protein. So, and I eat chicken, I eat meat, so I will get my protein goal. So that makes me happy. It's expensive as shit, so that's really depressing, but I need energy, I need the protein, I need to not waste away, and I need to make sure that I live a long, healthy life. So, what's a little money for my health? I'll cry when the credit card bill comes in. But yeah, so overall, this is just like kind of where my life is right now. I plan to get out my content again, get back into normal. I appreciate you guys kind of sticking with me as I figure things out, and I know I ghosted a little bit, and that's not really my intention. I really want to do better. So fingers crossed I do better. Like, I don't want to let you guys down. I don't want to let myself down. Like, I really enjoyed making my content. I'm not like, yes, content creators, we make content because we're hoping to make money out of it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to like BS that. Like, I want to make money out of it. I want to make a career out of it. However, I genuinely enjoyed the things I was talking about. Talking about books. I love talking about books. And I miss doing it. So, I'm just going to have to get back into it. Anyway, I'm going to get my son into the doctor. Wish me luck. Wish me a lot of luck. All right. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.